The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, just waiting for our last few people to get on and we'll get started. This is what's new in SnapStream 8.4. Okay, I think I'm going to begin now. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here for the SnapStream What's New in 8.4 webinar. My name is Chris Swartz and I'm the Field Application Engineer here at SnapStream. My email is cswartz@snapstream.com. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. We're really excited about showing off the new features in our 8.4 upgrade, but before we do, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Number one, please let me know if you're having any problems viewing the webinar or if there are any audio issues so we can take care of them as they happen. Can everyone hear me? Please raise your hand or type in the chat box so I know we're good to go. Great. Looks like people are able to hear me. Okay, number two, feel free to ask questions. I want this to be as interactive as possible. We will have support representatives watching the webinar and responding to your questions. Please post the question in the question or chat box of your GoToMeeting panel, and we will answer them as the webinar progresses. And number three, if you like what you see and want to upgrade to the latest version of our SnapStream software, you will need to schedule a time for our support team to upgrade your software remotely. You will need to go to www.snapstream.com/upgrade and schedule a time for the update. You should only need to schedule 30 to 60 minutes of downtime on your recording schedule to get that done. And I'm going to copy the link here into the chat bar for you. So you'll have it. We'll also cover it a little later. The upgrade is free of charge with the current support contract. So for those of you new to SnapStream, let me talk a little bit about what we do. SnapStream is a DVR, like your home DVR, but with powerful extra features. Think of it as a DVR on steroids. Recording video and searching closed caption information from broadcast TV is our bread and butter, but we also allow you to upload clips to social media, share clips via email, create alerts so you can passively find content matches, and the list goes on. Any questions about SnapStream? Good. Okay, so let's get into the new features. Okay. SnapStream Federation. If you have multiple SnapStream servers or clusters, then SnapStream Federation allows you to remotely search yours, other servers, or clusters from local SnapStream interface. Okay. You can create clips via transcript or time codes and automatically import those clips into your local SnapStream. You can also import the entire recording to your local server. Administrators can configure which remote server users and/or groups can search. Any questions on that? All right, let's go to the next. SnapStream set-top box improvements. Okay, SnapStream set-top boxes are much easier to manage and control. Administrators can choose media items or channels to play and select which SnapStream set-top boxes should play them. If you have an important announcement or breaking news, then you can instantly change all of the set-top boxes in your organization or school to that channel or recording, all via the web UI. Managing thousands of SnapStream set-top boxes is easier with the ability to search by group, name, or serial number to play, stop, or configure. Limit your important announcements to a specific campus or building. Okay, let's go to the next. Social media improvements. SnapStream now supports Twitter's increased character limit from 140 characters to 280 characters per tweet. Take full advantage of the increased limit when tweeting TV clips or GIFs to all of your followers. In addition, if Twitter has whitelisted your handle for 10-minute video uploads, then SnapStream automatically detects and unlocks that capability for each whitelisted handle. Alrighty, let's go to the next one. Support for multiple watermarks. SnapStream 8.4 allows you to configure multiple watermarks. You can choose which watermark you want per TV clip or GIF. Configuring multiple watermarks gives you the option to quickly swap out one of your brand's logos for another, or choose a different alpha level or color scheme depending on the colors in the video. We still only allow one watermark per clip, but this really allows expanded choice for graphics for overlays. All right, next. SnapStream encoder improvements. SnapStream encoders can scale the audio volume for each of your inputs, equalize your different input sources so that all of your TV recordings have similar volume levels. The encoder will also allow for secondary streams to be toggled on and off, allowing for easy viewing of streams when needed for troubleshooting. SnapStream encoder transmission and tuning issues are easier than ever to diagnose and correct with improved logging and safety nets to minimize or eradicate missing recordings and incorrect channel tuning. Okay, next. And more. In addition, SnapStream 8.4 includes many other customer feature requests, including remuxing H.264 transport streams to MP4 via workflows for added control of your media library. We can edit manual job descriptions when creating manual recording jobs, allowing users to create metadata that can later be searched via description search filter. We have added the ability to clone an existing security group, making it easy to deploy similar groups without having to build them from ground zero. We have added 2, 3, and 5-day share duration options when sharing clips. When sharing those clips, it allows SnapStream users to limit how long important clips can be viewed and downloaded by SnapStream Share email recipients. We've also added the ability to supply separate credentials for UNC export paths and 30-minute block recording time for 24/7 records, and added a zero-click extension to launch multicast viewing from the Chrome browser on a Mac or PC. So we have a saying here at SnapStream that seeing is believing. So let me break over to a live server and show you what's going on. Okay, this is our live demo server. First, I'm going to show you Federation. Let me get some stuff out of the way here. Okay. Federation is over in our admin tab. And Federation basically allows, if you have more than one server, that you can link to that remote server and you can search for video clips via closed captioning. Let me take a look here. We'll look here at the link servers first. As you can see right here, we have 2 servers. We have a remote LA server and a remote New York server. And we can actually add some more here if we had some. You would just click here, add link server. You'd add a name, host name, and then the username and password of the server. Right now, we're just going to use these two, as you can see. Let's talk about searching for those. I mean, basically, you have. We'll go in here, and I can show you what some of these settings are real quick. And it's just basically change the name once you have actually logged into the server and have it linked to your current server. So from here, you can actually search these servers even from pretty much anywhere in the interface. You would click over here where it says all, click down, and you go search remote, right? So from here, I'm going to search, let's just search for James Franco. Enter. And we have 3 hits from our remote LA server, and we have 112 hits from our remote New York server. So let's just kind of scroll down here, and I can show you this today episode right here. What we're seeing is a hit here from our remote New York server. And from here, what we can do is we can download this whole recording, this complete recording. And I can show you that real quick. You just tell it where you want, right? And you would download it. Or you can make a clip from it. You give the clip a title, and you give it the folder that you want to, and then you can basically narrow down the time code in that show to get a selection, and then you would hit download, and there's a process for that. And lastly, you can clip and get your clips from closed captioning search. So we're going to bring up, and right here is the transcript, right? So let's say we wanted to see this spot right here. I would put my cursor here, mark it in, and then let's just go, we're just going to go right here and mark it out, right? And then I would hit clip. And then once again, I give it a title, tell it where to go, and hit download. And the servers will facilitate that transfer of the clip from the remote server to your local server. And that's basically what Federation looks like. So let's look at set-top box extras. Go back over to our admin panel, and we go down to actions, and we view set-top boxes. So right now we're looking at a list of all the set-top boxes that are registered to this server. And as you can see, some of them are red, which means that they are not actually on at the time right now. And then we have green, saying that this one is actually registered and is turned on right now. Okay, so let's, one of the nice things about this is that you can search, sort these boxes via name. So we've got, well, first of all, we've got serial number here, right? We've got name, we've got the group that these boxes are in, and the dates that they're added. And one easy way to sort is by clicking the sort button over here, and you can sort with a serial number A to Z, serial number Z to A, name alphabetical or name reverse alphabetical, date, oldest and newest, and group A to Z or Z to A. All right. So that gives you one way you can kind of sort. You can also, choose single boxes. You can add a new set-top box from here. Let's go into the library and show you what it means to, so we can just play a recording. Let's look down here. What we got? This looks good in MSNBC. So we've got a recording here. If we clicked it here, let's see here, hold on a second. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and click this button right here, these 3 buttons. It's going to expand, and then I can actually just click play to set-top box. And then I can filter by all of these groups. I can find a name or a serial number, or I can just click them manually here. If I click this button and hit play to boxes, it'll play to this box. We've only got one that's actually attached right now, so that's why you're only seeing one option here. So this is one way to play from your library. Let's look at the guide. You can also do this from the guide. The guide. Once again, right-click on your guide. You got some options here. It comes up, play channel to set-top box. This is a familiar dialog here. You filter. You can filter by the groups here. You can click on it. You can find by the serial number or name, and then you can hit play to boxes. So that gives you a good idea. One of the things you can also do, and I'll go back and show you this real quick. I don't know if I showed it to you. If we go back down to our set-top boxes, I can select, I could select this one that's on here, and I could stop playing the video that is playing right now if I had sent some video from my guide or my library. All right. All right, let's take a look at some social improvements. I'm just going to pick a clip here, something that's running. Dan Patrick show here. Oops, sorry, that's not what I want to do. There I go. I want to kill the audio. I'm going to create an in. And I'm going to create an out. That's about a 5-second clip, and then I'm going to send it to Twitter. So when I hit send to Twitter, you can see here I can add my text here. Let's just say, see if that comes up. But anyway, as you see, as I type down here, it comes back from 280 down. Now we're counting down to 0 from 280. And then you just hit tweet, and boom. And the other thing that if your handle is whitelisted, you can upload 10-minute clips to Twitter, but the interface just detects that normally. You won't see any indication of that here. Okay, so we got that. Let's take a look at watermarking. Typically, we've made a clip here. You want to put a watermark on one of your clips. So let's just go back to Twitter here, and we're going to turn on the watermark, right? It'll give us a preview. So this is the watermark that we have right now, right? It is a SnapStream logo with a little bit of alpha channel. Right now, the way it says, there's one watermark in there. So let's go see how to add a watermark. And actually, currently on 8.3, you only have the option for one watermark. So let's go back to the admin. We're going to go to transcoding. And then we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom to the configure watermarks button here under watermarks. And we hit this, and it brings up our watermark list. As you can see in here, we've got one watermark. Let's add another one. So I'm going to choose the watermark, and it's going to go to my downloads or whatever. I picked this angry cat. I think it's just a JPEG, and hit open, and there it is right there. So default, it kind of goes down to the bottom right, and we're at full transparent or no transparency, but we can take it and kind of make the transparency a little less so we can see some of the video behind it. I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Angry Cat. Now, I don't know if you guys know about watermarks, but you can also put it into the bottom left here. You can move it to the top left. I'll show you that here. Top left, right? Or to the top right. So there's your options. You got 4 corners that you can pin this graphic to. And then you've got some alpha channels. We're going to put it at the bottom left here. And then I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now you see in your list, you've got 2 options here. And this list is sorted alphabetically. So if you wanted Angry Cat to come up after watermark, you might put a Z in front of the A there. Anyway, let's go back to the library. And I'll show you how this looks. We'll go back to this Dan Patrick show. I'm going to create an endpoint. I'm going to create an out point. And then I'm going to hit Twitter. As you see go down, I turn on the watermark switch, and my default, because it's the first one in the list, is the angry cat. But I can also change it to the SnapStream logo watermark. So that gives you an idea, and you can add several of them, which then, if you've got clips that need to go out to different Twitter accounts, that gives you an option to just put your graphic on without having to go change it, which is great. It's just a quick little click here. Okay, so that's the watermarking improvements. I want to show you some improvements to the encoder. Let's go to an encoder here. I've got one set up right here. This is the SnapStream encoder. So you can see I've got one stream being encoded on the SnapStream encoder right now. I'm actually just going to open this up and look at it. I don't know how many people, I don't know how many of you are familiar with these encoder settings. This is kind of more of an administrator setting. Once you set it, you kind of set it and forget it. But these options are going to be helpful. As you scroll down, you can see this is a 720p stream off of a QAM encoder. Here is one of the new settings here. It's volume level. So if you're having some difficulties with your volume levels on your TV signal, you can kind of level them out, equalize them so your channels will sound similar. This level goes all the way up to 100 from 50 or from 0. You need to be aware that these level settings are very sensitive. So if you turn it up, way up, it's going to be way too loud. So I would recommend that you play with these settings a little bit before you just turn it all the way up. The other thing here is to add a secondary output stream for diagnostics. So we add this destination, right? And then from there, it populates stream information, right? And then you can turn this on or off. And I just turned it off. Or you can just turn it back on. Now, this is just a multicast stream that you can pick up to do some diagnosis on your network through VLC or something like that. But basically, you can turn this on or turn it off. It's really nice because before you had to add that secondary and then fill this all back in again. Now you just turn it off. It saves your settings for you. Okay, so that's the encoder improvements. Let's go back to the other server here. I'm going to go into the admin settings here. And we're going to talk about remuxing H.264 from a workflow. So let's go to workflows. Right now we don't have a lot of workflows set up, but I'll just add a new one and kind of show you. You give it a name. And you give it a trigger. So we're going to say after the recordings is finished, we're going to add remux H.264 transport stream. Okay, so that's great. You can set this to remux this just right after a recording. And there's obviously a ton of other options of, when the clip is created, or it's got a ton of stuff. And we can also set up some other filters here so we can take just clips that are in a certain folder, right? And then remux them. There's a lot of options with this. If you guys haven't used it, it's pretty powerful to be able to make your files into whatever format you want. Okay. Let's talk about edit job descriptions in a manual record. So let me go back out to the guide. We're going to go out to the guide. As you see right here, we've got, 12 channels of record going on right now. And these are recording live. But let's just say that you have a channel like this one down here at the bottom, which is not recording all the time. We don't have a schedule on it. We want to create a manual recording job. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to hit create manual job. So you give it a title. And then right here, this is a new dialog option. So you can put a description in here. This is for the webinar. And then when you hit create, you can search under the description limiter in the library, which is great because it helps you limit your clips down or winnow those down to where you can find them easily. It's just a new option, more metadata that we can search on. Okay. The other thing I want to show you while we're here, with the 24/7 records, we can do that again. I don't know if you saw that when I clicked on it. Right-click on this and create a 24/7 manual recording. It also allows you to change the block size that you want to record. 8.3 allowed you to go down to 1 hour, but now we're allowing you to go down to 30-minute block records. You can also do 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. I mean, there's a lot of options there. It's just kind of up to you how you want to do it. Okay. Well, let's talk about cloning groups. So we're going to go back to the admin, and then we're going to go to security. We're going to go to groups. So let's say you have a group of basic schedulers, right? We're going to look at this right here. And here are the permissions for this group, right? And let's say that you see these permissions to watch TV, watch live TV, watch recorded shows, and use the multi-viewer are on for this group. But let's just say you wanted to create a group that had all of this except for use the multi-viewer. You didn't want to have let the people in this group have access to that. Well, typically what would have happened, you had to build it from scratch. And there are a ton of these permissions down here that you have to remember or go back and forth to kind of see what's set up. Well, with this, what you can do is just take this basic schedulers, you make a copy of it right here, copy group. It starts a new group with the same settings. Give it a name. And then you just toggle multi-viewer off and click save. And then we'll go back and there you go. New group. I'm going to get rid of that. But it makes the process much easier, much easier. Let me show you one other quick thing here. Let's go back to the library. And let's make another clip. Let's go back into that Dan Patrick show. All right. So let's make a clip in, out. This is a 36-second clip. Let's make a clip. And then I'm going to call this Dan Patrick. I can tag it, obviously. I can put it in whatever folder. And then when I share via SnapStream, I hit next. Gives me, we're going to put an email here of who we're going to share it with, and I'll just put mine in there. But and then I can put some kind of message here in the body. But the nice thing here is that typically on the old system, 7 days was the lowest amount of duration that you could have it shared in the cloud. Because how this works is it takes this video, puts it up in the cloud, and then sends a link to whoever you sent the email to, right? And then it's available to them for 7 days in the cloud. Well, now we have added some earlier amounts. We've added 5 days, 3 days, 2 days. And that allows you to only put it up there for 2 days if it's a time-sensitive thing, if you only want them to have access to it for a short amount of time. That's a nice, handy little pull-down box. All right. All right, so that's everything I wanted to show you with the 8.4 updates. Any last questions? Please continue to ask them in your question boxes. We'll get some answers out to you. Don't forget to go to www.snapstream.com/upgrade to get your system upgraded to 8.4 scheduled. You have to schedule those with our support team. Don't wait to unlock all the great features we talked about today. Also, please feel free to reach out to me via email at cswartz@snapstream.com. And thanks for taking the time to learn more about the new features, and have a great day. We're going to hang out here a little bit if you've got some more questions, so please feel free to ask them in the questions box. There was one question here I wanted to respond to. I don't know if anybody's still out there on the volume settings. They default to 50, meaning that if we don't move the volume bar, that will keep the original program volume of the program. The answer is yes. That's there is a default setting. It sets to that, and then that will set at the original program volume. I'm going to have to get back to you guys on whether 50% is that number. I'm not sure, 100% sure right now. Someone asked about the zero clip Chrome extension. Basically how that works is when you click watch live TV in a multicast environment from Chrome, it will launch VLC without any other clicks. And that's how it works. Please feel free to reach out to my email if you have any other questions that we didn't answer. I appreciate your time.